but I didn't order food for your son, though. I ordered food for me and you.
But you know me and my son is a package deal. We come together. If you want to date me, then you're obligated to take care of my son. Like,
like that's ever gonna happen. What a look.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Shak-Reacts here once again, and today's some crazy clips of the worst dates I can find, and like always, guys, my favorite clip will be at the end, but in this first one, it is absolutely wild. This single mother wants a 5-star meal as a first date.
They had the nerve to inbox me talking about, can I take you out for a casual day to make a friend? Fuck no. Do I look casual? Do I look like I want to be out on a casual day? I'm more of an extra type. I'm more of a over and above. Over and above.
You're bold.
She's asking us what she looks like. I'm gonna be honest, I think she looks like an absolute demon. I'm not sure who would ever want to pay extra for this, especially with the baby crying in the background.
Okay, so this is for the men asking me on dates, specifically on TikTok, and I'm gonna try to say this in the most graceful way that I know possible. I appreciate it's very flattering, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to either compliment me, make a serious inquiry about getting to know me or whatnot. But honestly, if I fielded every single one of the requests, and this is not in a braggadocious way, it's getting overwhelming. I would just be, that would be my full-time job. So respectfully, if you're serious, like what I expect from a date, honestly, like I expect flowers or roses or something, a little gesture, a gift of my liking on a first date. And if you're about that life, I can definitely send you an Amazon link to a wish list. But outside of that, like if you're not serious, you should probably just go on about your day.
Amazon wish list? What are you on about? You really think men have to prove themselves by buying you things first on Amazon? Like women are just making it unbearable for men to date them, and then they wonder why they stay single. They like to claim things like, oh, I just have high standards for myself. No, you're making yourself seem like a product and not someone who wants to get in a relationship with.
That's what I thought. That's back on, bitch.
Oh, shit.
Trying to hit a dude and then losing a fight against yourself is absolutely wild.
I'm looking for a cute boyfriend I could buy a car for and a PS5 for. I just got my income tax on me up. Looking for a boyfriend.
Brother,
One thing I don't understand is when guys ask me out on a coffee date or ask me to go do a workout. It's like, no, I can take myself to coffee. I can also take myself to work out and I'm in great shape. I don't even have time to get coffee with my own girlfriends, let alone some guy I don't know. When I get DMs like that, I just don't even open them anymore. I'm just like, in what world would I want to go for coffee? Like, London is so busy.
I think those first two options were a great first date, especially when I'm trying to get to know someone. I don't know, maybe see if I even find them attractive in person versus online. But girls like this are just materialistic and don't really like you if you have to spend this much money.
I saw the absolute most beautiful woman at the gym today. Don't worry, I hit her with the...
Last April, I hung out with a bunch of people and was out every day. People, out. This April, I'm home every day with my son. Now you're a single mom. Because people can't hang out with me because I have a baby. Don't want to. Ain't in the mood. Bitch, you was out every day last year, alright? The type of motherfuckers that you was hanging out with, they don't want babies around. They outside doing things to make babies.
Yeah, I mean, you just made your bed, now it's time to lay in it. Did you think sleeping around is just fun? No, it carries a lot of responsibilities. And this is definitely one of them.
How many you got?
Thanks. Like 15.
Which one hurt the most?
The one on my ass. Whole, like, both cheeks.
Okay, I don't want to sound like a perv, but can I see it? I didn't believe you. That's why I wanted to sneak peek. I didn't believe you. That's crazy. How did that hurt the most, though? I was like, that's where all the fat is.
See, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Wrong. Incorrect. So many nerves in your ass. I was feeling that shit in my ribs. I'm like... It was terrible.
You should give me your number, though. You was pretty as fuck.
You got Riz. You got game. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really give out my number.
What are you, like some famous fans model or something? Yeah, the duck.
I wouldn't say famous, but yes.
I mean, I'll support.
There's a lot of women out there that always complain, oh, men only want me for one thing, but then act like this. You can't complain when you advertise yourself like this. That's like me being upset why Burger King only sells burgers.
Why do feminists not like me? They don't like me because I published a blank book that's running the numbers up, calling them out. Everything a man wants his woman to say during an argument, and it's blank.
That's what I'm talking about!
Your early morning reminder that women in their 30s are being loud online and are anti-male, not because they hate men, but they want to convince 22 to 25-year-old women to hate men, because women know they have to compete with younger women for dates. And if they can convince the younger generation to hate men, then they can remove them from the dating pool, and then these old heads might still have a chance.
Yeah, ladies, don't let bitter 30-year-olds sell you their regret as some form of wisdom. They're just incredibly mad that you guys still have the options that they don't anymore.
They're gonna put my favorite topping on my ice cream today. Look, and it matches with the other sprinkles. How cute. Right there. Don't want to take it. Ugh.
You know you don't have to do this to yourself, right? Just be more responsible with your body and who you allowed inside. It seems like this is what this girl does every weekend.
I just think it's pretty funny when men say that us girls look different without makeup.
You're 39? 39. Let's just be honest and keep it no fugazi. Your value diminished a lot from when you were 22.
I look better now than I did then.
Pull it up. Pull up the Instagram. Look at that picture.
And look at you. You do not look better now.
Yeah, even if she thinks she does look better at 40, you think a man's gonna choose you over a girl who's younger? I'm willing to say a man's gonna choose a younger woman who's mid than an attractive one at 40, 45.
When a guy has to bend down in the street and tie his shoes.
How does that even make sense?
Have you seen it?
We got to draw some lines. This shit getting out of hand.
More mad at myself. More mad at myself. I'm more mad at myself that I allowed this to happen. I allowed this to happen because it's affecting my daughter. It's like the consequences of my actions. Me ignoring everything that God was trying to show me day in and day out. I knew the type of person he already was. I knew the type of person he already was. I knew the type of person he already was.
And this is how single mothers get created. They know exactly who they're messing with, how they're not a good guy, yet they still decide to mess with them and get pregnant from them. It's no time for regret. It's time to take care of your kid.
You guys travel
all the time.
Okay, you're broken. You guys are broken.
We're not.
No, listen, you guys can't afford life. You simply can't afford.
But we do,
no,
and we've been.
You don't. Your debt goes up. That's why you're able to spend what you spend. And it's going to get pushed to a limit where you guys aren't going to be able to make it.
Well,
and bankruptcy will be forced upon you.
We're just not going to go see the world?
Yeah, you're just not going to go see the world. You said it. You figured it out.
We're just not going to go see the world because
you're not going to go see the world.
Our credit cards just manage our lives.
Yes.
No.
What's the... Then what are we doing here?
You're supposed to help us.
In what way? I'm not a magic pill. Buddy, if I say, hey, maybe you can't do a luxurious vacation once a month, and that's why you're in debt.
Okay, first of all, it's not even once a month.
Shut the fuck up. If I just give literally the most basic thing and tell you to cut out the most expensive thing that maybe you do once a year instead, max, which I wouldn't even do, I'd get out of fucking debt, then maybe you'd be willing to cut that back.
Yeah, this woman seems absolutely stupid. This man is telling you exactly what's wrong with your finances, why you guys are pretty much broke, and instead of you just accepting that information and fixing it, you expect him to make money out of the sky and fix your financial problem. A woman like this will just hold you back, gentlemen. Make sure she understands how to spend money.
You think society would be better if women had their body count tattooed on their forehead?
Absolutely not. No.
Why not?
Because that's not something that's out for the public. Men wouldn't do that.
Okay, what if it was for both genders? Would that be fine?
It's like, why are you... like, there's no need to, like, if guys aren't doing it, girls aren't doing it, like, would you be willing to, like, tattoo it on your forehead or no?
Well, it doesn't really matter for men, but only for women.
No, I don't like that. That just feels like weird. Like, why do you care so much?
I think there will be a lot less single mothers out there and a lot more people responsible with their bodies rather than just giving it away to anyone they see.
Would you rather date a guy who makes like $90,000 a year and he treats you amazingly, or a guy who's a billionaire and you got to pick one? A guy who's a billionaire but he's which do you pick?
That's a bit extreme. That's a loaded question, I would say.
Which one do you pick?
He treats you like how's that?
What do you mean by treats you like? Because people
He's
have
just not
different
very nice
standards
to
for
you. He's
relationships.
just not very nice to you.
Is
And he
this-
doesn't really care that much about your opinions.
Is this all the time?
It's most of the time.
Here we go.
I think I would still pick
I mean,
the
why would he?
billionaire.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah,
What does he,
I
what
think
does he need for what opinions are you going to give a billionaire that he needs, right?
Yeah, you're so right.
Well, yeah, I mean, right, what opinion would I give a billionaire that he would care about? Nothing. He wouldn't care about my opinions.
That made me kind of feel sad that you would say that even about yourself.
Yeah, okay, anyway, can you answer my question now?
I did answer your question already.
And this is exactly why, once again, there are just so many single mothers out there. They don't know how to choose good men who actually care for them or actually want to stay in their lives. They just chase a materialistic thing. Does this man have a lot of money? Is he rich? Oh, he treats me like garbage? It doesn't matter as long as he got money. And then they're confused how they end up being single mothers.
If men stop paying for women's OnlyFans, if men stop giving women free attention and commenting on all their videos, their provocative photos and their videos of telling women I would drink your bathwater and all this other simp shit, leaving them hard eyes that women don't even respond to, sending them countless messages, women would start acting right. They wouldn't have an OnlyFans if men didn't support it, if men didn't support it with their finances and money. Same thing with porn stars. If men didn't watch porn, women wouldn't be in porn.
These are all problems that were created by men. Like if men didn't watch porn, if men didn't pay for OnlyFans, if men didn't simp, these are all problems that we created, so we have to...
Now, of course, any man who is willing to buy an OnlyFans definitely needs some form of help. However, I do think this is the only industry where we actually blame the drug addict versus the drug dealer. In any other industry, we would always blame the drug dealers, saying that they're the ones at fault for spreading this garbage in the community. I think it's the same thing with OnlyFans. This kind of content on the internet is too easily accessible.
I just want to say to all the couples this year, I hope you have an amazing Valentine's Day. I hope your relationships continue to prosper and you guys just continue to enjoy each other's company for the rest of your lives. From the bottom of my heart, I'm truly happy for y'all. Truly. Hope y'all continue to wake up every single day happy. Wake up and break up.
You're a victim. Not a good woman, okay? I promise you don't want me. I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do 50-50. I'm smarter than you. I won't listen to you. I will stress you out. And I like to spend a lot of money, okay? We ain't compatible. Leave me alone.
A woman will say these kind of things on the internet and then wonder why she ends up staying single. Don't get me wrong, she's doing us men a huge favor by making us never go near her.
What's the worst thing about you?
I'm not on Instagram or like any social media following, so everyone kind of like thinks I'm weird for that.
This motherfucker just told me he sees me all the time on TikTok.
Yeah, but I don't have anything else.
So you don't have any social media, but your For You page is
I wouldn't call you an E. That's like a really mean thing to say about you. You
would.
interview people on the street, you're dressed moderately.
But do you know what I do for a living?
No, I don't.
It's
Oh.
A pot smoking slut.
Now, besides the fact this woman was trying to expose herself in the clip the entire time, I honestly commend this guy. The fact that he's off social media, the better. His brain is probably a lot cleaner and his standards are probably more realistic.
What's your name? What's your name? I don't got time for that. It's tripping. It's tripping.
Don't do that.
Yeah, gentlemen, don't waste your time with any woman who isn't showing attention back.
Mummy sacked you on the naughty chair because you would not share a lorry and you went to kick me. Now I want an apology. I don't know, what's this?
Tyler, you do not put your foot up at your mother's face. That's naughty behaviour. Naughty.
I hate
Yeah, this is for all the softies in the comments. Personally, any child of mine doing this to my wife will realize quickly that he's not allowed to do that ever again.
I'm gonna let you take me out on a date, but I'm gonna see where you take me.
What spots is off limits since you got all these high demands?
I'm not going to the Cheesecake Factory.
Why? Ain't nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, if it's connected to the mall.
What type of restaurants you want to go to?
Of course I want to go to like Steak 48.
What do you bring to the table?
I bring lip gloss, my cell phone, and perfume.
So basically you bring nothing.
I bring another man to the table that's gonna pay for everything.
Since you got in this car, basically, that's all you keep talking about. It's money, money, money.
Okay, I like money.
Say you literally like start falling in love with this dude, but you find out like, you know, he might can't go to Chanel, he might can't buy you Louis Vuitton, but he could, you know, treat you good, you know what I'm saying?
But he can't provide.
I'm not saying he can't provide, but maybe he can't buy you luxury stuff and take you shopping.
I'm sorry, Bookie, but you gotta.
These kind of women are just street workers disguised as dating. Just because you are with a man and you're calling it dating, but you're only with him for his money, don't call that a relationship. It's a business transaction. He's paying you and you're giving him something in return. If you weren't giving that up, he wouldn't be paying you. And if he wasn't paying you, you wouldn't be giving that up.
What do you feel is a decent amount to spend on a first date?
Oh, I don't think it matters.
What? You don't think it matters?
No.
Wow.
Now, on a first date, I would rather go for a walk in the park and drink a smoothie, to be honest. A lot of these dating scammers that literally go on a date every night just to be able to eat something, you're lucky you're eating tonight because you probably can't afford to do it yourself. So be grateful that you got some food. And be grateful that a man put in enough effort to take you somewhere.
Now this woman is speaking absolute facts, and I'm like, finally a woman with some logic, a good head on her shoulders. But then she ends up saying something like this in a later podcast.
Desire to be with a man that desires to want to provide. And so if...
So you need a rich fella.
I'm not going to say rich, but well-to-do. Probably. In most people's eyes, my number is probably a rich number, for sure.
All right, so what if you're rich?
Why can't we both be rich?
Why you can't take care of him?
Why can't we take care of each other?
If he's taking care of you, everything you need, you don't mind taking care of him?
I don't have to.
Yeah, I'm absolutely conflicted. How are you going to say that in the first clip, but then say this in the second? It's like she's not even following her own advice.
Hey, I was just wondering if you happen to be single? Yeah, and I'd rather stay that way than be anywhere near you.
My dad knows I do only. The incels are gonna hate this, but he loves me and supports my choices, and he's my BFF. He's the best guy I know, which is true.
He's like cool with it?
Yeah.
It didn't bother him at first?
No.
He's cool with the trade-off?
I mean, the trade-off being that I get to travel the world with him. So yeah.
Unconditional
cool
love.
with it.
Yeah. He loves you no matter what.
Because you said unconditional love, right? So would you be okay if you had a daughter if she was doing porn?
Well, see, the thing is that before she's my daughter, she's her own person.
Aww.
That no matter what, how I raise her, what I teach her, what I instill in her, how I program her, at the end of the day, she might just do whatever else she wants to do. But no matter how close she is to her dad, she's lived her own life that's led her to do. So and I'm sure your dad knows that, like whatever, whether it was great things or horrible things, that no matter how bad it would get for a person.
That dad's a loser. We all know damn well that he would much rather have his daughter get a good job and get married to a man who actually loves her than do this to herself just to make a bag temporarily. You do know you're never gonna get married, right? You do realize your daughter will probably never gonna have a loving family by her side, and she'll probably die alone.
Being a woman in the industry, I feel like it's very hard for men of status to like accept their woman being online and being on the internet. I feel like a lot of men, unfortunately, are insecure and they're not okay with their woman being on the internet because it makes them feel like less of a man. They're very scared of what people think about them. And like we live in a society, unfortunately, where people really care about what other people think about them.
Right.
So me personally, I live in my truth. I don't care. And I feel like that's what's got me thus far because, you know, I've definitely lived up to my OnlyFans name and like done what I've done. I don't give a what people think, but a lot of people unfortunately really care, you know? So I feel like I've always got stuck with men that like, you know, they may not have as much status or money, but they accept me for me. So I've definitely been like the breadwinner in like most of my relationships, unfortunately. But I feel like moving forward, I definitely like want to find someone that can at least match it or help me make money, like build together, you know?
You know, guys, I have to give this woman so much credit. She was able to come up with the craziest excuse ever. Make the man still seem like the problem. Call him insecure. And somehow convince herself that this is the reason. Instead of just realizing the obvious answer, which is nobody wants to date a 304.
How long you been together?
3 years?
3 years.
I would say he does more of the manly things and I do more of the woman things.
Yeah.
I take care of the house. I do the laundry.
She does.
You know, more of
She
the...
invests time.
Yeah.
But you're investing time as well?
Yeah, no, I am, but I have to say with her specifically, she does go above and beyond, guys. You want to find a girl like this, like, she's working, so she's still making money and providing for herself, and she was, you know, waking up early, doing laundry, doing dishes, cleaning the place, so I could focus on making money and setting up our life.
Yeah, this guy definitely has the perfect dynamic, and this is proof that you can definitely make it work. Honestly, I'm even willing to say I'll still stay with a woman like this even if she quits her job because of the things that she's doing for me at home. She's still being very busy trying to take care of me, making sure the kids are fine, making sure there's food on the table, and is handling all of the other responsibilities around the household. This is what I really do think a woman can bring to the table.
But I didn't order food for your son, though. I ordered food for me and you.
But you know, me and my son is a package deal. We come together. If you want to date me, then you're obligated to take care of my son. Like, I'm gonna go home to him. What is
Are we gonna do something? Are we gonna do something else after this?
What is he supposed to? We supposed to what?
Are we gonna do something else after this date since I'm ordering all this food?
What you want to do? You not. Wait, hold on. I know you you don't think because you order food, you think you about to get some.
Like, come back to my place for a little bit. Just chill. We can just chill.
What I look like?
We can just chill, watch a movie. It ain't nothing that serious. Like,
I'm not going back to your place after the first date.
why?
Because I don't have to.
I mean, I didn't spend $80 on you, and you can't just come chill.
$80 is nothing.
But
Like $80 is really cheap, and now you complaining. You shouldn't be dating for real. $80 is too much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying though, like, you can't just come chill with me for a little bit. You gonna be like that? You gotta go somewhere else.
No. I mean, you can put the phone down.
All right, you can just go ahead and go now. 'Cause I'm tired of this. You must be paying for it because I'm finna leave. You can pay for it.
I'm not paying for it.
Right.
You asked me out on a date.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, and this is exactly why a lot of men just do not want to date single mothers. Besides the fact that this woman has a kid, probably a baby daddy in her life, we are now obligated to pay for him and his food? No, we're not. Once again, single mothers are making it an absolute burden for men to simply date them. What man wants to deal with that when we could choose a woman without a kid, less expenses, and less experience? Do they not think about this kind of stuff? I'm so confused. But anyways, guys, that is just my opinion because it does wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys do want more content just like this, please watch the videos you guys see at the top screen. It does much know a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Peace.